Hi folks, Dr. Cohen back here again. Now we're going to take a look at Canvas. Okay, so you can see right here, this is the one for fall 2025. By the way, it's not published yet, but as soon as I'm done with these videos, I'm going to publish it and put it out there for you so you can get started if you like. Okay, so anyway, here is what the page, this is what it looks like. By the way, let me go to, where's student, view as a student. Let's see. Okay, so here's what you're going to look like, what it's going to look like to you as a student, okay? So I just wanted to show you this, but I'm going to flip it over. Let me see something here. Modules. Okay, this will work as well. All right, let me go back to the home. This will work as well. So I'll show it to you like this. I might have to flip back and forth. So anyway, there's a little bit, welcome thing here about being in the course. You can read through that. By the way, notice it says start here. So first time in the course it says start here. Go ahead and click on that. Okay. Now what I wanted to show you is that the course is set up in modules, kind of like I did on the syllabus. So notice here where it says Module 1, Financial Chapters 1, 2, and 3. That's the way it's set up. Now I suggest that you navigate through this part of your course. So like here, this getting started, you can read all this stuff. I don't know if you'd want to read about me, but there's information here. Okay, a little bit about my stuff. Oh, older picture. Let's see. Didn't have a beard at the time. Anyway, all that kind of good stuff, but you could take a look at that. Go back over here. Anyway, a little bit about here, technical requirements. By the way, remember, you have to have a laptop. You got to be able to have a camera like this so that you could take your test. And then, let me close that up. So here's the syllabus we were looking at. Okay. Here is the orientation video. And by the way, there's a syllabus and class orientation assignment. And I'll just show you real quick. It says here, I've read the syllabus, so you need to cut and paste this and then post it up there. So basically it's just warning you that yes, I've read stuff, I've seen the I watched the orientation videos, and here it's going to require a significant amount of time, and it's just because I want your affirmation that you know, you heard, you saw, that kind of thing. Okay. And then there's a little thing here about introduce yourself, 2 truths and 1 non-truth. Okay. So now let me just show you. I want to show you a little bit. Let's go right down here to Module 1. So how this is set up, if you take a look, Chapter 1. Now notice this says ACC 2270 and 5010. That's because this is essentially the same as the undergraduate financial course. So here are the PowerPoints. So let me show you. So I've got a few things out here for you to use. Now how you use them is up to you. Okay, but okay, so here, these are the PowerPoints that I use. And by the way, these little quiz things, you don't have to worry about that. That was for a different course. But to be honest with you, you should be able to answer them as you go through there. Okay, so this is all these little questions. When you see these, hopefully you can answer them because they were covered before. So here, this is with my notes on there. Okay, all right, that's item number 1. Let's close this down. Can we close it down here? Yeah. Now I want to go back. So that's one of the things you can use. Okay. Another thing here that I've set up for you. So here again, Chapter 1, Financial PDF for Notes. Now, depending upon whether you have, one of those tablets that you can write on. So these are the same PowerPoints, but they have these lines next to them so you could take notes. When I was at NC State, a lot of folks use this to write on. Okay, so they would download this and then they would write their notes on their tablet or any questions like that. Okay, let's go back again. That's the second item. Okay, and the third item, so notice 1, 2, 3 in a row. Here's the third one. Notice it says here with comments. Now what this is, the comments, believe it or not, these are actually for the professor. Okay. Not all of the PowerPoints have a comment, but take a look here. See where it talks about sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation. Now you may know something about this already, but here's some notes. So I think, like for example, if you're trying to do a quick review for the test or something like that, this might not be a bad idea to read these items. Okay? So here you go. Again, see this? These are here. Actually, these are cheat notes for a professor, I guess, that don't know what the heck they're doing, I guess. But anyway, that's what they are. So I want to put up there as well because I like to give the students all of the potential things they can use. And which one of these should you use? To be honest with you, in my opinion, the one with the PDF for notes, if you have something where you can write on them, or even if you print them out and write on them, I could tell you if you watch the videos, use that PDF for notes, and you write notes and stuff as you're watching the videos like you're in a classroom, I think you'll be in really good shape. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, so here, same thing for chapter 1, for chapter 2, and for chapter 3. Now notice, see this video playlist right here? This one's actually linked. Not all of them are linked, but most of them are linked. Here, check this out. So you go here, and it's going to take you out to YouTube, I believe. Yep. And so here, these are the videos. And notice, so here, this is the chapter 1 video. Chapter 1, video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4. And then these are where I go through some problems, right? And you need to go through all of these. Notice 746 views. Anyway, different students. So this is essentially your lecture. Now, if you don't use these things, I mean, granted, you're supposed to read the book too. Now, I don't know how many students are going to actually do that. Hopefully you will. But these are made, and each one's about, look, 9 minutes, 13 minutes. I try to keep them about 10 minutes like that, so they're not too long. So you can watch them in bits and pieces as you have time. And they look like this. Here, let me run one for you. Okay.
First one, chapter 1, business decisions and financial accounting. So why do we study accounting? Okay. So I'm sure a lot of you are in this class and probably not an accounting major, and you're like, well, why do I have to do this? Okay. So the first thing I'd like to tell you is before I was an accounting professor or a CPA, I owned a number of businesses. And I can tell you that in order to do well in business, you need to understand accounting, and you especially need to understand the financial
statements. Let me shut this thing off here real quick.
So that you can make decisions.
All right, thank you very much. Goodbye. All right, so anyway, let's go back again. So anyway, there's these playlists. And so this playlist, each one of these playlists will take you about an hour, maybe a little bit longer to go through. And I would definitely go through each one of them and take notes on them. Those are essentially the lectures for the class. Then here, you got your Module 1 discussion. Remember, you need to answer by Thursday and then 2 more before the weekend. These are the pre-tests. So here, I'm going to show you the pre-test because you can do this as many times as you want. This is going to link directly to Connect, right? Oh, no, it says it wants to know. I'm going to have to go back to mine. Hold on. Let me switch over here to my leave student view. Yeah, that's because there's no... Now we'll go over here. Let's go to Module 1. Well, I have to show you in mine because I was a student and I wasn't linked to it. So here we go. Pretest. Here we go. So basically, there's 20 questions here, and you can do this here, and I'll even show you. Let's see, preview. Here we go. So which of the following is the accounting expressions is correct? Okay, and basically this is the accounting equation right here, and all they did was rearrange it. Okay, here's another one. And by the way, notice there's a pool of questions here it pulls it from. The separate entity assumption assumes that. And again, here you go. All right, so I just want to show you that, and then I wanted to show you something on the homework here. Let me go over here to the chapter 1 homework, okay? And actually, I want to do it from this page. So let's go back. Okay, so here is that chapter 1 homework. So chapter 1 through 3, actually. So this is 3 chapters homework put together as one. click on here, right? And you have 3 attempts to do this. So, and you can ask for help or whatever. Anyway, what I wanted to show you particularly, is you see this hint button right here? Okay, so the hint button, let's say you don't know what you're doing, or you can't figure it out. You're like, oh my God, I got all this information here, what do I do? You see this hint right here? You click on that guy, and it opens up a little video where they show you this, not this exact problem, but a very similar problem, and they walk through how to do it. So you click on this.
In this exercise, we will verify if net income is properly
see how it goes?
calculated,
So
and the
a lot
balance
of
sheet
these
is
homework
balanced.
assignments.
Also, we will explain what caused changes in the retained earnings account and cash account. The accounting
I'm going to
equation
go back
forms the
over
basis
here.
for preparing
Where is this
the
guy?
4
Now I need to shut it
financial
off.
statements.
Where are you?
The accounting equation
No,
represents that the total
no,
assets of a company
no.
should be and will be.
Nope. Oh, there we go. Got it. All right. So anyway, I just want to show you. Go back over here to module 1. So there's a lot of videos for you to use here, like in doing these homework. Okay. And by the way, the idea here is you do the homework, then you do the pretest. I had some students, don't ask me why, we're doing the pretest first and then the homework. It should be the other way around. So you should do the discussion. So the order is, actually I'm going to stop it right here and we'll be back with another part. I'm in about 11 minutes and change. I'll be right back with part 2 of the Canvas and Connect orientation.